Hello, everybody. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I was making my cocktail and didn't come out the way I wanted. Then I altered it just a little bit, and I feel like I'm onto something, but it's not perfect yet. But here we are. And I hope everybody's doing well. It takes a second for this to kick in to see if anybody's watching. I forgot to make my Instagram post, but that's fine. I am not going to do that. But so anyway, I was trying to make, it was a cross. So I'm using this gin that was finished in bourbon barrels that my friend Trey gave me. And that I was going to try and do like a Manhattan version of that, but I feel like that's basically a martini with like gin and vermouth. But I was going to do it with sweet vermouth, but then I saw a scofflaw, which is rye bourbon with sweet and dry vermouth, and then like with some maraschino, or not maraschino. I can't remember. What's the red syrup? Grenadine. Shoot. Although, did it say grenadine or did it say maraschino and I just thought it was the other thing? Good Lord. I don't know. Anyway, so basically I ended up with a drink that is like 2 ounces of gin that was finished in the bourbon barrel, an ounce of a rye that was finished inside of no, it wasn't finished inside of a gin barrel, but a rye that then a gin was finished inside of this barrel later. But so it's 2 ounces of the gin, 1 ounce of the bourbon, and then a half ounce each of sweet vermouth, dry vermouth, and then a half ounce of lemon juice, a half ounce of grenadine, and 2 dashes of orange bitters. And it is garbage. No, it's okay. I had maraschino liqueur on the counter, and honestly, this I think with like 3/4 shot of maraschino in this, it would have been like, So next time though. Next time. I feel like I'm a little out of focus. Here we go. Ready to get real? Look at my paws. They look awful right now. Look at this, like, right here specifically. I feel like I've got, like, sun, like, burning or whatever. It's that thing aging. But yeah. So how is everybody? Rafi sees my pride bucket is back there. So... yeah, I've been like staring at my phone all weekend. I see that Nick is saying, K-Nick is saying, save them from going down a TikTok rabbit hole. And let me tell you, I have just been like, I feel like I am. It'll just be honesty time. I feel like I just told my friend like right before we started this that I can feel myself hitting a level of a depression that is like debilitating. Apparently, like I always get sad. I'm aware that I live with depression and stuff like that. But I'll tell you what I did. Trey, the next time you're in Orlando, you want to go get chemical peels? Let's go together. Oh my God, the light is hitting me just right where it looks like I have a silver tooth. I wish I was cool enough to have a silver tooth. It's just one shiny tooth. But I did have somebody reach out about this afterwards, so I whatever. The other night was like, oh well, I got a credit card, I think in like 2020 to help repair my credit and stuff, and then when I went to go buy my car, before that was when I finally like checked the credit, and they were like, oh, your credit's like, it's a good credit. It was like, I don't know, it's like 730 something or whatever. I don't know what credit is. So, Jill is sending me pictures of her drink right now. Let me just text her back really quick. I don't know what that drink or dessert are, but they look delicious. I am doing a live stream right now and am speaking this all out loud. But anyway, so the other night I was like, you know what? I'm going to see, tax season's over, all that stuff. I'm going to see, like, maybe I can do is it pre-qualification? It's like you can basically, like, without running your credit, like, check and see, like, based on how much money you make and your debt, what your what you'd be eligible for, and it was like $200,000. And I was like, I can't even buy like a friggin' townhouse for that amount of money. I'm just like stuck. I'm stuck. And now I'm hitting that level too where I'm like, even the daydreaming about where to go, I'm like, I don't know where to go anymore. Like, I don't want to go somewhere where I don't have friends. I'm going to be honest. Like, I need at least like a friend or two. I know I'm not meant to like stay here. When it all comes down to everything, whether it's whatever or anything like that, it is just like, somebody called me the FAGGOT word again at Disney Springs on Friday. It's whatever. I don't give a crap if people. That says more about somebody than it does about me. So that stuff rolls off me. I don't give a shit. I said a bad word. I'm sorry. But I just feel like the weather doesn't agree with me here. Like, I was meant for a dry heat or whatever. Like, maybe somewhere. I know, it's just like California. It feels impossible. It feels impossible away. And then it's like, there's no grass there. And I'm just like, I'm going to end up in a bad area. And like, so it's like, okay, well, where else are you going to go? Like, what are you going to do? What can you do? You know, I feel impossibly stuck right now. And I'm definitely not good about representing myself on like paper or with any of these sort of things or anything like that. And so it is just like, it's not doing well for old Ryno over here. And I've accepted the fact too, where I'm like, okay, let's move out of the house realm and be like, what about a condo? Like, what about an apartment where it has a little sliver of grass that like Artie and Rocket could run around on in the backyard? You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm like, I'd like, could I buy one here and one there and then be like, let's just go back and forth or something like that? You know, I'm dead serious. Atlanta seems very affordable. Like, there are parts of Atlanta that look like they remind me so much of like Massachusetts, like a neighborhood, but then you still have a gay community there. And it's just like, and that's really what I want. I don't want to live in a bad neighborhood. So that's the big number one. I want to live somewhere where I feel like I can walk around. At least, maybe it's not even to something, but at least it's like I could get there on a bike or a scooter or electric vehicle or something like that. Or it's like a 2-minute ride up the street or something like that. You know what I mean? I feel like I want to live somewhere where like the type of neighborhood where like the trick-or-treating is off the chain. Does that make sense? You know, but I also want to know that there's more than one gay bar in town. And I'm not talking like a club. I'm not talking whatever. I'm just talking about these establishments. Like, I want to know that the queers are in full force here. And I don't know. So I just don't know, man. I don't know. And I know I'm paralyzed by like anxiety and the ADHD problem and all of this stuff, but it just feels so impossible lately. And it's like every time, it's like Paula Abdul, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And it's just like, man, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know. I think ultimately it's like, what am I going to do after the current job I have? You know, and I think I just don't. I'd love to be like in film. Or some sort of creative storytelling field of some sort or something like that. And so it's like, okay, well, that limits where you can go. You know, I could go to Atlanta. Honestly, Atlanta is probably the best bet for all of that, as opposed to California. It feels like Georgia isn't like super thing. Portland, Maine. CK2D. You're not the only one telling me about Portland, Maine. Isn't are you in this chat too, Tori? Aren't you from Portland? I feel like Tori popped in here for a second, but I don't know. Oh, full-size candy bars, you say? That sounds like a good neighborhood. Indeed, I'm sure you feel it too. You know, it's tough to be like, it's tough. It's just tough. It's tough. And here's the thing. I just want to acknowledge it. I know it seems like I'm whining. It seems like whatever. Every time I say this out loud, I always think to myself, if it it is for me, I can't imagine what it's like for others, you know, for people that don't look like me, you know, stuff like that. Like, you know, and I don't know. It's just a real bummer. Because I felt like when I started this job I have now, it was like, oh, this rescue from like poverty of like Disney and stuff like that. And now lately it's like, man, I don't even know anymore. I don't know. Everybody's hurting from inflation and all this stuff. And it's like, you got to find it's like, where are you going to find somewhere that even pays you enough to buy a house anymore these days? I don't know how to do computer programming. And that seems like something that I should have went into. But yeah. Seen a lot about Atlanta. My problem with Atlanta is my same problem with Austin, Texas. Love Austin, Texas. I haven't been to Atlanta, admittedly, to spend time there, but it is like you're in this city that is like diverse, you know, and you know, has great like supportive community and things like that. But then you're in a state where you're like that hates everything about you. You know, and that's a story in so many places. I mean, hello, welcome to Florida. Florida seems like it is in a race to be the worst of all of them, you know, so, but yeah, Illinois, my friend moved to Chicago, and they love Chicago and stuff like that. I don't think I could live in like the city proper. I could live in a suburb outside of a city. Like, you know, if I can get to everything within like 20 to 30 minutes, that's fine with me. I don't care about that. It takes me 20 minutes to get to the Target across the street from me. But, you know, yes, not sure how I do the Disney stuff daily, Keith. It takes an incredible amount of patience that it seems to disappear from me every single day. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, I know, Kimberly. Honestly, also, I did see your text, by the way. But it just came up as a number, so I have no idea what happened to your phone number on my phone. But like I Googled conversations, words we've said to each other, knowing and admittedly, and I was like, I just can't find anything. But so I've saved it again. So hopefully it actually stays in there. But yeah, it's crazy. You know, everywhere has its bubbles. Everywhere's got college towns. Everywhere's got things like I hear Asheville in North Carolina is great. It's just one of those things where it's like, I guess it was the ton of bricks that felt like it was dropped on me when it was like, I even like oversaid how much money I make because I was like, well, I sell paintings and do all this. So like that could be a little bit more. And it was just one of those where I was like, I am never going to be enough. And that is, I can't let go. I can't let go. I can't give up. I don't want to settle. I don't know. And then the other part of that is too, how do I do a job where it's like, oh, wait, there's a cocktail in here. We got to pause this thing. Mike says, cocktail made, bourbon, sweet vermouth, Fernet, and orange bitters. That sounds lovely. Yeah, I think, honestly, Maine would be great because I'd also be close to my mom up there and stuff, and I think about that, and I don't know. Muncie, Indiana. I'm reading through the chat. I'm sorry, guys. Charlotte, Atlanta are still the South. It's marginally better than Florida. Charlotte area is great with lots of transplants, but not necessarily the place to go. I enjoyed my 6 years until I was done. Yeah, that's the thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, and I'm in that place too where I'm like, Fort Lauderdale. I know. I hear it's good. Asheville in North Carolina, I hear is great too. And you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, what am I going to do when I live there? You know, that's the thing. It's like, I don't know. I guess that fear. No, it's not even fear. It's like sadness. It's more of like being like, am I only relevant because of Disney? Like, or am I relevant? Like, it started at Disney and I will continue to be relevant after that. And it's like, I'm not, and I don't mean it in a way like I'm nobody. I have no notoriety. I have no fame. I have no whatever. I don't expect anybody to ever say hello or know anything about anybody. It's just one of those, I'm using this live stream as a diary entry right now, so I apologize for this, and I didn't mean to bring it down or whatever, but you are all so wonderful in here usually, and so I appreciate this. And listen, Jay, here's the thing. I think about Massachusetts often, and I'm like, where? My friend, it's like Boston's too expensive, and it's like, do I end up in Worcester? I don't know. And where I go next, it doesn't have to be for forever. It can be for like 5 years. I just want to go and whatever, and like, I don't know. There's no money to be made in YouTube anymore. There's no money to be made in like a creative thing, and it's one of those where it's really about me, I guess, trying to figure out like what is my skill set and what can I do and how can I apply that into somewhere that can become a career. But I think that's the problem, is that for me right now, I don't work a job where I have a career. And I don't mean that negatively. This isn't a dig about my work. This isn't a dig about what I do. It's just like that job is a very present here and now job, and it could all go away tomorrow. And, and I'm not like working toward a retirement or anything like that. And that's a scary thought too. And, I know a lot of you I'd hope we'd all still hang out, still have our live streams wherever we are, our video game live streams or whatever. I always think too, if I had like a basement or an attic or something, or it's just like a little bit of a room where I could divide it up, where we could have, okay, this is our video game area. Okay, next spot over is where we're going to stand and we're going to do our fun, like the soup. That's where we're going to do our videos, like this sort of a thing. And then we've got our other areas where like maybe we could do live streams where you guys just like hang out with me while I paint and like see me do the process of like making arts and crafts and that sort of a thing. And we could like do that thing together and everything. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just feeling I'm feeling very shitty lately. I'm going to be 100% honest. And you all lift me up so much, and I'm forever grateful that I have this outlet to be able to do this. And just like, I don't have an answer. I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to do all the things you're supposed to do to make it better. And it's like, whatever. I did have somebody reach out though, who was like who is like a mortgage writer or underwriter. I don't know what it means. So I think that's what it'd be. Okay, this is an important question. David is asking, what is your pie in the sky career ideal choice? I think it would really be something in like advertising. Like, I know it's crazy, but something, because I try to think to myself where it's like, I don't beat around the bush. I'm not a very egocentric person, really, at all. I undervalue my skills. All this stuff. And so I try to think like, okay, realistically, are you ever going to work on a motion picture? Probably not, right? So that's okay. But I would still like to work in something that is like that thing where you get people together and you tell a story, whether it's just a bunch of short films or whatever. And I think, like, isn't that what advertising really is? And I really enjoyed my advertising classes in school and stuff like that. Not the business classes as much, but not the marketing classes. I always got them mixed up. But advertising is like the actual commercial. Marketing is like the pulling the statistics and the people in the room and that sort of stuff. But advertising is like the one sheets, the commercials, the things like that. And I always think like that might be cool to do that for like, and not even to be like, I don't want to be rich. I just want to be stable. But I want to be like, I want to use it to help people though too. Like I would love to do it for like mom and pop places, like stores, like people who don't know the power of what like social media can do, and how can we fight back against an algorithm that hates marginalized groups of people and things like that. And it's like what I did when we created the Ampliverse with RJ, like when RJ and I did that, and really it's RJ that runs it more than me. I just am a person he texts, and he's very successful right now with all the K-pop stuff, and I admire that so much, and I am so happy that they have really hit it off with that sort of stuff. But I feel irrelevant on that sometimes too. Not because of him at all in any way possible, but I always say I wish that we could create a physical version of the Ampliverse, like a community center where it was like the thing I grew up in, the Carver Community Access Television Center, where people were coming, but you expand it to like social media settings, written content, so you have people that are helping people learn how to write, but write specifically about like movie reviews, product reviews, stuff that's in that like pop culture zeitgeist. And then like, it's about creating like, okay, so there's TikTok trends. We'll come over and let's film it in the, in the little studio over there, whatever. We'll give you the camera, we'll tilt it, we'll set it up. You guys tell us what we want to do. Let's do it. Like stuff like that. It's just something like that. You know what I mean? It's like something that like is reinvesting in its community. if something like that could exist in like Celebration in Florida, that's something that I would. That's why I always wanted to turn that. There's a 2-screen movie theater. If you're not familiar, Celebration is that town that Disney used to own, and now I think it's owned by like a law firm or something like that. But anyway, it's like a there's a 2-screen movie theater that I think like AMC owned or still owns, at least on, that's just like sitting there. And I'm like, this should be a theater. It should still be a movie theater. It doesn't have to show first run features, but because that's like a Pleasantville, picturesque, like sort of a town, it should be showing some movies, right? It should be showing like 80s movies. It should be showing like Back to the Future every now and then. It should be showing, and those, to rent the reel and play it, that's like no money. But then also it should be like reinvesting in its community. So it should have after school programs where kids can come and learn about different aspects of the industry. They watch Jurassic Park and they learn about sound design, or you learn about like the Wizard of Oz and like, or all this stuff, like these other things where it's just like there's this thing right there where I'm like, there's nothing. Some high schools are lucky enough to have media classes, because I think when my cousins went to school in like Plymouth, they had media classes, but I was somebody who had to like create that class for myself. And so I just think like it would be cool to have a community, and then you could have like, it doesn't have to be just kids. It could literally be anybody of any age wanted to come in. Let seniors come in and learn about it. God, everybody has an iPhone right now. Everybody can make a movie. Everybody can tell a story. Maybe it's literally just like, I want to be able to take videos and pictures to send to my grandkids and stuff like that. Like, I want to be able to, like, that's something that's important. That is, you are teaching people a new way to communicate with the world, with the people they love, with everything, an outlet for creativity. And I just think like so many people, especially, like, Celebration is a bad example because I feel like people there who live there are usually well off, but it's like, not everybody is as computer savvy in 2023 as you would think. And not everybody has the smartphone skills like you would think. And it's crazy. It's crazy to me. It's like an undervalued sort of a thing. And it's like, I just, I don't know, it's just something like that. Second run is what I meant. Yes, somebody just said that in here. I was like, first run? No. Sorry, you all have been talking and I have been just like going off. So I'm going to read through this chat really quick, if you don't mind. Have a little sip over here. What's everybody drinking tonight? Are we drinking anything? I saw someone's drinking a beer. Love to have you all in here. Lori, good to see you. Rafi, always a pleasure. Atlanta. I'm gonna have to go to Atlanta. I actually was like trying to go to Atlanta like for like next weekend, but I'm going to Massachusetts. I'm leaving Tuesday night after I'm done with work, and I'm gone until Monday night. So if you are in the Plymouth, Carver, Massachusetts area, Jay, I don't know what you're up to. I was gonna like rent a car, but it's like insanely expensive right now for some reason. I got lucky in California a couple weeks ago. I was there for like a week or like 5 days, and my car was only like $200. But well, somebody gave me a discount code, thank God. But even with the discount code right now, it was like $300. And it's like, no, ma'am, in this economy, no, ma'am. Yes, Atlanta trip, baby. Sorry, I'm just going through Perfect World. Take a rat. Yes. Jay, I completely forgot. I'm gonna have to ask you questions, Jay. Yes. Yeah. Somebody. Okay. So the Disney Springs story, where somebody called me the full-on F word. It was like I was running late for a movie, and like if you've been to Disney Springs, like the security thing's on the second floor, but it corrals you into like this like thing, but it's not single file until you get to the machines. It was because it's really wide. But people will walk like either like 5 to a group, or it'll be like 3 right in the middle, and you can go up the side. So I just like went up the side, and as I passed a group, somebody was like, "Look out for the," like, and they said it, and so, but I was like so late that I was like, I can't. I don't even know who it would have been if I turned around. I mean, I know what they looked like. I really can see it in my head, but I was also like, man, what a crap person that is. But also, the real crappy part about it all, the movie sucked. Oh, Trey's saying he's got units. If somebody's got units, Trey, send me the DMs. Slip into those DMs. Peachtree City. Is that where they do the... Isn't there like a Peachtree, like 4th of July, like marathon or something like that? Sorry, Trey's got a new film studio, 10 to 15 minutes. I'm almost caught up. I'm sorry. Yeah, Atlanta. I don't know. Atlanta seems more real, more and more. And there's like, I know Trey, and then I've got like a couple other friends there. I have friends who became a little, I don't know. With everything that's going on politically, I feel like some people showed that they were less open-minded than you'd ever knew they could be. And I feel like I have friends who kind of were like that recently. And it's like a bummer. But I got some other friends who live up in Atlanta. I haven't seen them in forever. I think their kids don't like Disney as much anymore, so I never see them. But I love seeing them. I miss them. Ashley, if you ever see this, I miss you. I miss you and Bob and the kids. I'm going through the scroll. Keep Austin weird. Purple Georgia. Cocktail Maine. Maine is awesome. Muncie. I feel like I saw some of this. Wrong part of Florida. I'm just going through Daughter in Asheville. Yeah. I know. That's the hard part, Kim. It's like there's good and bad everywhere, and it's just I think ultimately for me though, it really comes down to the weather more than anything else. Like, yeah, having Disney here is great, I don't want to be like, other than Disney, Florida sucks, because there are some wonderful food, there's some wonderful like communities that have been created here and things like that, and there are some great things here. But it seems like this state, like some people are committed to keeping this state like going backwards and not forwards, which is crazy because the things that have been built up as they've been going forward are beautiful. Like the communities, the towns, the things, and it's just like, but it's like people who just can't see it, don't want to see it, don't want to see things different than themselves, stuff like that. I don't know. It's hard. Okay, I found out where I left off. I know. I agree. Katie's saying reviewing musicals, beers, drag shows. Yeah. See, that it's actually something I want to do, is like a little bit more lifestyle oriented. I would love to do stuff where it's like, it's not a review, but it's like showcasing places, like the vibe and things like that. I don't know. Okay. Pittsburgh, nice film community, pharma. I did do freelance work for a pharma company for a hot second, and then I didn't even bill them because I was so embarrassed by my work, which is insane. I just see the word giant gaping hole. What are you saying? What you're saying is giant gaping hole. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure where the giant gaping hole was going. Jasmine, very nice words you've said about my skills. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, everybody. I feel like this is just dead air. Oh, Keith, video I see on Celebration creeps me out. Okay, so I did have some friends who bought a house in Celebration recently, and I think maybe my draw to Celebration is because it is designed to be like a New England community, but it does have a super crazy like Stepford vibe. But they have built up much more in the last couple of years, like different types of neighborhoods. So I feel like it's getting a little bit more diverse, which is nice. And they're like their downtown area. There's like a Spanish restaurant. There's a Thai place, stuff like that. So it feels like it's getting a little more melting pot, we'll say. Yeah, I have thought about teaching. I actually did look into going back to get my master's degree at UCF where I graduated, but unfortunately they changed their master's program in film, which is what I graduated in, and it is now literally a course literally designed to teach you exactly what my job currently is. And I was like, I don't want to pay for this and have it be literally something that is already outdated. And that's what it feels like. It's crazy. Karen, I am on that theater. I've like spoken to people. I've like looked into it. I've looked at, because there was apparently a group of people that tried to get involved in that theater at Celebration. I think that they weren't going about it correctly. I also think they like, it was a whole thing, but I've got somebody like on it, sort of still like poking around about it. Dee's having a cup of water. Okay. Eating your feelings and popcorn. Love that journey for you. Oh, okay. We got to talk about my like new thing I'm obsessed with, because it's not popcorn, but it does kind of have the. Oh, Trey's drinking out of a Dorothy mug. City Furniture. Jasmine, where do you live? Are you going to Massachusetts, Cam? Am I going to miss you while you're in Massachusetts? Oh my God. Trey, DM me about that discount code. Wait, the City Furniture at Millennia? Okay, guys, I promise I'm almost caught up. Okay, what was the movie I was going to see when that was going to happen? Asteroid City. And I'm going to tell you right now, I watched it and I was like, I don't understand a single thing that happened in this movie. Like, it looks great, but it was like, I was like, it looks cool, but what the fuck? Oh, I was like, what's going on here? I got called the F word for this. Teresa, I'd love to hear more about what you're saying. Okay. Let's all buy a big rainbow house in Fulton County. Okay, Rafi, I'm dead serious. I'm not even kidding you. I have thought about this now for a while, because I actually have a friend who did this, where I was like, you'd have to obviously bring up contracts and things like that, but I was like, why don't more like friends, and I know it can go south, it can go whatever, why don't they buy more property together? Because they'd be paying less money than rent, but also, like, they can buy each other out of the properties as they live and grow and whatever, and it could be a whole thing, but, like, imagine, like, getting, like, 3 or 4 friends and just buying like a friggin' mansion or something like that. And by mansion, I mean like a 6-bedroom house, but you know what I mean. Katie, I would love to snowbird. I think my dream is to actually be a snowbird. I think because I want like a little bit of the winter, but I definitely can't handle the summers. Would I keep an annual pass if I moved from Florida? Olivia, it's tough. I don't think so. I think that I would keep I don't think it's very expensive, but I think I would definitely rather have my Disneyland pass than my Orlando one. And I know it's like weird to say, because it's like, well, I definitely would come back here for Halloween Horror Nights. So there's no question. It's not like I'm going and never coming back. I just don't need to go. I don't think I'd be planning a vacation around Walt Disney World in the future. I think that I would plan any vacation I had around going to California and Disneyland if I didn't live out there already. And then I would come in the latter half of the year for Halloween Horror Nights. Like, for sure. Halloween Horror Nights is definitely a lock for me for, like, the rest of my life, I feel like. I know it's a bold statement, but, like, it'll always be a thing where I'm like, I'm going to come, like, every weekend. But I don't think I would keep my Disney World annual pass. I don't think I'd probably keep my Universal pass, obviously, too, but that one's a lot less. But I definitely would keep my Disneyland pass, though. Okay. Okay, so K-Nick, here's the thing. You're saying you're trying to transfer from Illinois to Florida, and that's been your dream. I am not here to shit on that dream. I am going to tell you right now, I was 100% one of those people where, like, right before the pandemic, not even right before the pandemic, for a couple of years before the pandemic, I'd say since like 2018-ish, I was like, I want to live in this one area in Winter Garden. It's about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes behind the Magic Kingdom. I was like, but it's also had like sidewalks, it had like shade, but it like had townhouses and houses and everything. And now it has like a brewery, a Publix, a Walmart, like all these things are in this neighborhood, movie theater and everything. And it's just one of those things where sometimes you can have the vision and you can't convince other people quick enough to do it. I think if I could look back, I, one, didn't have any savings then. That was a blessing of the pandemic, I feel like, is that it gave me opportunity to lock me inside for a couple months and was like, don't you spend a dime. And I was like, I can't believe how much money I spend. But like, if you could live in one of those like pristine, like one of those great areas like that, you were going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. That's the thing. If I had gotten into this space over there, it is beyond out of my wildest dreams at this point. But if I had been able to get in there when I was able to get in there, I think I would be much happier than I am now. And I don't think this would really be that big of a question. I think I would have the space and the ability to work on creative projects the way I want to. But then also, it's this weird feeling that I feel like if I had had that place, I also wouldn't feel bad. I would still maybe like move to California and keep that place here and then like rent there and then like go back and forth or something, or go home more often. Cause then it's like, okay, well, I've got my base of operation and I know it's mine and it's in a neighborhood I like and love and I know it's good for the dogs and everything like that. And so it's like, okay, I can do it. And then also like, it's this type of neighborhood in the same way that I like about, it's like Celebration, but smaller, where it's very much like, walkable, low crime, like, you know, you don't have to leave that area at all. So I don't know. Yeah, we need to just I think all of us just need to buy lottery tickets the next time we get that big. Although I think the lottery is like really high right now. Maybe we should create like a fund, and then we can all, like, if we agree, like if one of us who watches this video, we win, we agree to help everybody who watches the videos. Like we'll go through and scan and see who watches the most, and we'll be like, if I do ever win the lottery, I am going to pick, I mean, obviously it'd probably be somebody I know or something like that, but I'm going to pick somebody and just buy them a house and be like, I'm going to change your life. Like, I think that's the best thing in the world. I think when you have the power to do that and you do that, it's just like, that's what we're here on this planet for, right? To make it a better place than the one we came into. And I just think, like, if you can affect, that's why I'm that person who is like, if we go to a bar and I'm just like secretly, like, I will always be like, let me buy you guys a drink. Let me buy you guys a drink. And it's like, because I've not always had that opportunity to be able to do that. And so like now it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I love that feeling, that thing of like, it's like when you find that perfect Christmas present for somebody, right? Like, I don't know, you know, I don't know. Like I have friends who like, they live in they're just, they're nice people. They make me feel great. I know they don't make as much money as I do. You know, which, you know, so I'm just like, whenever I can be like, we'll go out somewhere and I know they're going to pay, but I'll always be like, put that card in, slide that card in. Are the parks a lot slower than normal? No, I feel like that's like an illusion. That's like some like internet crap that's out there right now. And I think people are going to obsess over it. And every time there's going to be one area they're in where there aren't a lot of people, they'll take a video and be like, look how empty it is. And I'm like, yeah. So like on 4th of July, people posting wait times at like, from Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom. And I'm like, yeah, of course those parks are empty. First of all, we still have park reservations. Second of all, they don't have any holiday offerings. Yeah, they're going to be empty. It's like on the 60th, or the 50th. The 50th. Sorry, 60th was just on. The 50th. Hollywood Studios at night was like empty. My friend and I walked on Rise of the Resistance. We did it twice waiting. Like, it's just one of those things where like everybody wanted to be in Epcot or Magic Kingdom because that's where the new shows were. Those were the parks who opened on those days. So the other parks were like empty. And like, yeah, so like sometimes the wave's over there. Like, it's how a tide works. I don't know. I wouldn't hang up on being like, I don't think they're ever going to be like empty like people want. The dream, I think, is people want a post-pandemic empty, and I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, Corey, I would love to work in TV or film. I think TV ultimately, but because like I like the creating like a pattern that works and like being able to continually apply that and something like that. But that's what my family's been basically doing with my parents renting our house in Puerto Rico while also having our place here in Orlando. Yeah, I mean, good night, cigarette. Amber, she's in. She's in. We got Amber's in. Koenig is in. Housing. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, now I've got a better idea. Not a better idea, but I've got an idea. Okay, so if we win the lottery or whatever, this is the dream thing. We'll buy one of those like super crazy ass big houses in the back of Windermere, or one of the ones that is in that area in Winter Garden, like Independence, and then we'll be like, we'll make it a chateau. So all of us in here, we can like come and go or whatever. You know, like maybe some, you know, like I'll probably be there like half the time, but it'll be like, here's your wing of the house, you know, and like we'll maintain it together. We've got to make sure it has a pool. Obviously, we're not trash. You know, and I think then we'll have it like a visitors center, so we can all hang out and we can go there, and we'll build a studio in the garage or whatever, and then that'll be like we'll have everyone come over, and there'll be couches and snacks and drinks. We'll have a bartender on staff, I think, maybe, you know. Always all the best craft beers from around local places, because we love to support local community, and so we'll always have like the best local beers. And then we'll have to have like featured cocktails, like that rotate seasonally or something like that. Maybe I'm just definitely supposed to be in hospitality. Yeah, I think Rafi makes a good point. It's not that they're slow; they're just in their normal capacity state versus like the insane overcrowding that we saw for so long. October 20th to 27th. I will be here. My grandfather's 90th birthday is on the 20th, and so I might like go home for that weekend, but I would be back before the end of your trip. It would just be like for 4 days. We'll buy Tyler Perry's old house. Yeah, anyway, sorry. I feel like I've been on this like rant. Yes. Okay. Love it. Okay, so we've got like we've got our little like broadcast studio, so we can have our like chats, people coming in and out, chatting, watching the live streams, whatever. So we've got there. We'll have our little video game area, so we can all come and play like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, you know, all that stuff. And then we need another area that'll be the arts and crafts room. So we'll have like themed crafts, you know. So like when like Mickey's Not So Scary or we're getting close to Halloween, we'll do like, it'll all be like making our makeshift park appropriate Halloween costumes, and then it'll be like you know, Christmas time we can make like fun ornaments or like wreaths and stuff like that. And just, I love a good seasonal craft. I really think I'm just supposed to open a community center or something like that and then like live in it. But I love it. I always think to myself someday, and not to exploit anybody, but I'm always like, okay, and this isn't a brag or anything like that, but I think on Instagram I have like 20, hold on, I'm going to look right now. I have right now 23,000, Ryno, get a verified badge. 23,000 followers, and I was like, if every one of the followers gave me $1, I was like, could I invest that $23,000 into something that, you know, like then we could reinvest into like a community something rather. You know, I'm trying to be like, not me, let's like invest in a thing that we can then like reinvest it in ourselves, sort of a thing. But I'm also like, that'd be a great down payment on a house, yeah? Oh, hell yeah. Cherry Tree Lane, doggy pool area. Love that. Pool area for humans, doggy pool area. Dogs can be in the human pool too. It's okay. Love that idea. Love it. I love it. God, I love that idea so much. That's definitely, okay. If I win the lottery, personally, I'm doing that. I'm going to tell you right now. So whatever it is, if it's like millions of dollars, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'll buy it in that area, and I will literally like turn it into just like being like, this is like a boutique hotel experience. It'll be like the Star Cruiser, but it'll be like it'll be, you know, Ryno's Arts and Crafts and Podcasting. So we'll have like, now I remember what I was supposed to say. I was going to say, because I was going to say we'll be doing Instagram recipes. We're going to be doing cocktails. We're going to be having beers. We'll do mocktails for the non-drinkers out there. That's okay too. Um, we'll do movies. We have to have a theater room, obviously, right? So, David, thank you very much for that super chat. I appreciate it. And thanks for hanging out too. But yeah, what was I gonna say? That'd be fun. Okay, so my new thing right now is like I finally started doing the save function on Instagram, but I've been doing it with all these like simpler recipes. Like not simpler, simple. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I just opened this and I'm like, sorry, a friend of mine was like feeling a little down and it's their birthday and I was like, oh no. Okay, so I'll save recipes where I was like, okay, we can do them in like an air fryer, or they can be like super easy. So there's this one with like s'mores air fryers. That one I save because when I go home, I feel like I could do like with my nieces and nephews. And okay, Nick, thank you very much. That's very sweet of you. But like all these ones where I was like, okay, like egg, spinach, I can do that. Cheese, I can do that. And then you put this like the tortilla on top of it, and then you fold it over. Baby, I can do that. Now there's this other one where it's like this like cheesy, it's like a cheese stuffed French fry. I don't know if I can do that one. Then this one was like hacks for food cooking stuff. There's this other one that like people are doing this like pickle grilled cheese, I guess. There's another one that's about like a dip. There's a sushi bake. God, I want a sushi bake so bad. It's just all these like super simple, minimal ingredients. They basically all involve an egg and cheese. I think I'm going to have a heart attack. Air fryer Big Mac tacos. Hello, baby. And then there's like anything you can do inside of a this Dash single serve waffle iron, which is like, it was $10. It's like one of the best investments I ever made. This one's like a cheese dip. This one's like a s'more pastry, girl. I know you guys can't see it too well, but it's like, I need you to know. Honey, I need you to know. That's Avengers Campus. These are like little pizzas. Oh, Spam fries. I forgot I even had that. Shoot, leftover bread. Ice cream sandwiches. It's all in here. Oh, Jennifer, thank you very much. Okay, Trey's got a drink for us. Miami is nice. A few muddled fresh mint leaves, 2 ounces of rum, 1 ounce of bourbon, half ounce of orgeat, a juice of half a lime, 3 ounces of Welch's pineapple orange apple juice cocktail, 1 ounce of mango nectar, shake and pour. Ooh, that sounds good. Here, I'm going to pop that in the broadcast so people can actually see it. That is a very like tiki drink. But yeah, this is so that's where I'm at. There's like a lot of these like where I'm like, can I do it? Because there was like an egg breakfast sandwich I did that was good. I should do videos of this because I do not know how to cook. I am not good cooking. Like I am very like to the T, the direction sort of a person. So if there's any like curveball or flavor that's not supposed to be in there, I do not know how to substitute. I do not know how to do that. But I also read the book My Life in France by Julia Child, and it was basically like she was that same way. And it made me feel very empowered. And this was like years ago I read this. But I always think like you can start. It can be that little spark that you need. And do not start singing that stupid Figment Ride song. But I just think like, I don't know. Now I'm like, okay. So I'm like got a bunch saved where I was like, okay, when I go home this week, I'm going to go to the grocery store first thing in the morning because everything closes in Massachusetts at like 9 p.m. apparently. Everything closes here by like 11 too. But it's like I'm going to go and get all these groceries and be able to be like, okay, here's the breakfast I'm making today. Here's the lunch we're making. Here's the thing. And I want to be like, everyone's going to be like, ooh, ah. I'm like, yeah, bitch. Oh, sorry. K-Nick is Kirsten. Girl, you are telling me right now you don't know how to change your profile name? My name still says Ryan. I don't know how to make it. Trey told me how to do this. I don't know. I'm going to write, thank you, everyone. Does it come up as Ryno? It comes up like Ryno. I was like, wait, Trey was the one who told me who fixed that for me, though. So, yeah. Breakfast tacos. There are... I feel like there was a breakfast taco on my list. There was an overnight... So I did it at Christmas. It was from Babs. If you're not following Babs on Instagram, you got to follow Babs. Hey, everybody, it's Babs. She has like a thing she says she does every like New Year's where it was like this like it's like bread, eggs, cheese. I think there was like sausage in it, and you like leave it in a casserole dish overnight, and then you bake it in the morning for like 350 for like 20 minutes or something like that. Oh my God, this thing was off the chain. The thing about me is I love a casserole. When I was a kid, I feel like everybody was making casseroles, and now you like never have casseroles anymore. And I'm like, I think I want to get into casserole making, but my kitchen is so small. Like baking is like the worst thing you could ever do in there. Like literally, it's impossible. It is just like no space. So like there's stuff like stored in the oven, not like jeans. Like in what was I watching the other day? And somebody was like, no, I have jeans in there. And I'm like, that was my life. That's my life. Oh, Kirsten, you're great. You're all great in here. You're all just so nice. This is such an opposite of like a work day. Everyone's so, I'm just going to be honest, everyone's kind of shitty. Not everyone. Like it's half and half in the work thing. Like there's some great people. Lindsay Sellers, I don't think you're in this comment right now, but you're an amazing person and you're always in that chat on Tuesdays, and I really appreciate it and stuff. But I don't want to talk about work in here because I don't want to get in trouble or anything like that. But yeah, so that's my other goal. That's why I want to leave, is because I really do want to film these experiences, not because it's like I'm an expert or anything like that, but I really want to be like, okay, is it something easy enough that an idiot like me could do? Then maybe you could do it and it's good. But here's the thing. That's what we're doing in the chateau. I think in the kitchen, we do our little social media recipes. I'm going to dream of the chateau. It's like Chateau Picard, only not as nice. I love a casserole. See, I'm not a good cook. That's why I was like, I think I want to like bake stuff, but okay, so I posted on Instagram the other day this thing. It was a clip from New Girl where Schmidt is trying to hug Nick, and he's just like slapping him and pushing him off. Because the whole joke is my friend Amber, she's one of the best people ever, one of the best. She's an incredible mother, but her being a mother is not a definition of her, but it's just one of those people where I'm just like, I think that your children are so fortunate to have you and her husband Steve as parents. Like, you're both incredible people, incredible human beings. Just such like good friends, and just like your children are the future. Like they're those people that you're like, they're going to be great people, and whoever's lives they touch are just going to be great. And it's just one of those people. But she always is up my business trying to give me a hug. And I'm like, stop hugging me. But that's just the joke, because she'll always be like, can I have a hug? And I'm like, no. If you ask for it, I can't give it to you. But it was like a weird thing. Like, I was never a touchy-feely person, and then moved to Florida. Like, everybody hugs everybody hello, like goodbye. Like, bitch, I just met you. I keep swearing tonight. I am so sorry. But like, I don't mind. Trey, I've hugged you. Jay, I've hugged you. Rafi, I've hugged you. I've hugged a lot of people in this chat. Oh, okay. Chateau's going to have themed party days. I'm talking like, we're just going to have Star Trek Tuesdays where everybody has to wear a Star Trek costume. We're going to have, Monsters Friday. Everybody has to dress up like one of the monsters. I love this. God. Should I just start a Chateau fund? I know I have the Patreon right now where we're doing all the contests and everything like that. Oh, I forgot to tell you all too. Because I know I wanted to tell you in the live streams, not to like pressure you, but like, coming in and out of it. Because I'm sure a bunch of you don't know, I started a personal Patreon, and on that, I like to just like drop in here whenever we're doing whatever the monthly contests are, because like people can come and go, because I wanted to make it like a little more fun, because I cannot take a compliment, and I cannot just like, I feel weird being like, hey, thank you. I don't know. So July, we are having our contests are Halloween oriented. So we've got Oogie Boogie in our $5 tier, the Mickey Mouse, this Halloween Loungefly in the $10 tier, and then a Halloween themed painting, which I have not revealed yet, in the $15 tier. So you can be a part of that if you want. Patreon.com/RYNO1185. And then next month it is also going to be Halloween themed. There's going to be a Halloween Horror Nights themed thing, another Halloween Loungefly, and then I believe the painting that month might be Beetlejuice themed. So 3 things over there for like next month or whatever. So I'm doing that, just letting everybody know about that, whatever. But no pressure, no anything like that. I feel like I wish there was like an easier way to do like a YouTube contest or something like that. I feel like that would be fun. Oh, yeah, D, you can be in charge of the Star Trek nights. I love it. Oh, God, we'll have Romulan ale. It'll be fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Did not sound like you hugged so many. I've hugged so many. Oh, my God. Hey, baby, what I do with my time. Kim, I've hugged you, too. I think I hugged you in Kentucky, too. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so here's the thing. I need you to know the first ever Loungefly I bought, I sold like 2 years ago, and I really regret getting rid of it. Like, I just was like, no, I'm never going to use it, whatever. Oh my God, you've got to be kidding me. I literally sold it for like, I bought it at the park. I think at that time it was like maybe like $60. I don't know. I mean, it was the full price, but then annual pass holder discount, all that stuff. And then I sold it afterwards, and I sold it like a year and a half later because I was like, I haven't used it. I think I was just like too shy, too embarrassed, whatever. Oh, it was this Oogie Boogie. I know it's hard to see because I downloaded such a low res video thing of it. But it was this one, and it glows in the dark, and then on the inside was bugs. I honestly think this is like the best Oogie Boogie Loungefly I've ever seen, and it's one of those where I was like, you know what? I regret it. I sold it for cost, so it was like I didn't lose any money or anything. I didn't like make any money on it, but I was like, I should have just kept that one. I'm an idiot. Whatever. I'm always so like, no fist bumping. I'd rather you hug me than fist bump me. Oh, wait. Somebody asked me if I'm going to be here in like the middle of September. Yes, I should be here in the middle of September. I'm sorry. September. Okay, Jennifer said September 15th and 19th. I'm like, as of right now, I'm positive right now I don't think I'm going anywhere in September. October, there's like a weekend. Like I said, my grandfather turns 90th, and I think I'm going to go visit him. And then one of my best friends, I might go to visit him for his birthday. I'm not sure yet. If I can get away, I would, but yeah. And then in November, I'm hoping to go to Milwaukee for Thanksgiving at my friend's house, my best friend's house. I think I just heard thunder. Fabian says, just want to say hello. My daughters love your dogs. No hugs from Chile. No hugs. Guys, it's okay. It's okay. I don't really think about it that much anymore. It's just kind of, I've gotten over that hug phobia. But yeah, I know, Rafi, right? It's a cute bag. It's a great bag. It's one of those where I was just like, what was I doing? Why did I sell it? I'm an idiot. And now it's like so expensive, I'm never going to be able to, like, I can't buy that bag. It's like it was like $300 on the listing on eBay. F off. It was definitely like a 70, I think it was like probably 75, and I bought it and then it was discount. But I was also like, I bought this bag and it was too expensive and blah, blah. But then we also were like, I think it was like 2019 I might have bought it, and then we were in the pandemic and there was no Halloween things to wear too. So I think it was just like that too, where I was like, no, I'm not going to wear it. And now I've used some Loungeflies too that I'm like, the Gay Marvel one, which is why I think somebody called me the F word at Disney Springs. But like I used my Black Panther one a bunch. I've used my Ewok one. I don't know if I'm going to use the Shang-Chi one though. I like it, but it's too small, I think. I wish it had been a Rocket Raccoon one, but it's too late to swap it out. I feel like I'm going to try and entice Jill to do a trade with me and be like, I'll trade you this one if you buy me the Rocket Raccoon one. But I've got a Baymax one that I bought at D23 impulsively that now I'm like kind of glad I did, because I'm like, I'm going to bring that one to California with me, I think. Ryno no hugs Clavin. Yeah. I mean, Trey, that's the thing. I was like, when they released the freaking Fear Pass, I feel like if you do Halloween Horror Nights in September, I'll pretty much be here. October is the one that gets a little like wishy-washy. But yeah, Disney World stay is February 5th through December 51. Jeez, T, I would never have guessed that. But you have a Star Trek convention coming up though too, which is cool. I'm jealous of that. Oh, Kim, you got to do HHN, and you got to tell me when you're doing it too. Oh my God, it's on my card. So Santina says that's how I feel about buying the new Tiki dress. Didn't buy it when it was in June, but didn't buy it online, and now it's $500. And the problem is too is when it gets up like that, like you're never gonna find it cheap again because it's like, I don't know. I'm in the like, so Rafi, I'm in the like, it has to be big enough that I can put a water bottle and one of the short umbrellas in. So like I have they released a Power Rangers Loungefly, and my problem with that is that like my small umbrella is too big to be like closed unless it's diagonal, and the water bottle in it. So I was like, this isn't really functional. So I was like, 50s, babe. We got some people in the 5-0 in the chat. Good for you all. Oh my God, D, you do not have to get me an autograph. I just want you to have the best time humanly possible while you're there. And here's the thing. I need you to know. So I love collecting phasers and tricorders or communicators. So like there's something cool like that you see. Anything from Discovery. If you see Discovery phaser, like where are those toys? I guess they were like going to release them and they couldn't. Or you see, like something like that, you send me a message, let me know. I'll Venmo you. And I'm like, because I feel like that's the outlet where you're going to find it. Like, this is the thing about me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a big Trekkie. Like, I love Star Trek. Like, I saw a thing recently where somebody was like, I don't like classic Trek, I like modern Trek. And I was like, I think maybe that's how I am, but like, I love Voyager. Like, I started watching Voyager when 7 of 9 was on. That was my first Star Trek show. And I watched all of Enterprise. And so I've basically seen every Star Trek show since then. But I've never, like, I've seen some of the original series. I've seen a couple episodes of Next Generation. I've seen a couple episodes of Deep Space Nine. I've seen all of the movies. I love all the movies. Like, so I am one of those people where I was like, someday I like really will like sit and watch it all and stuff like that. But you know what I really, really, really want is like, I want a Star Trek Discovery costume. I want the boots they wear. I love the production design of modern Trek too. Like the ready room that Pike has is just like, God, I want to go in there and just like make love to somebody. It is just like the best looking place ever. Watch Strange New Worlds. It is crazy. Kimmy, you know, Jill and Steve asked me what your birthday was today, and I was like, I'm not even gonna guess. I was like, because I feel like I'm gonna say, I was like, I know what I'll definitely say way lower, because if she's saying you feel like chat grandma today, I'm shocked if you are in your 50s if you say that right now. But not that, hey, age is just a number, baby. We are all just living the life. You live your life however you want to live your life, and whatever. I don't give it. That's the thing. Like, who cares? Who cares? But yeah, I love Star Trek. So, but I have the Next Generation. Like, I have the Dolphin phaser. I've gotten asked by the Ampliverse, who I'm assuming they came in way after all the nice things I just said about them, if I'm going to read Goosebump books again. And actually, that was the thing. It's literally in my to-do for today. I was going to make an announcement video for the Ampliverse that I am continuing the Goosebumps podcast, and that it is moving over to the Ampliverse YouTube channel. And so I'm going to put those back out, and they are going to have new like little intros and everything like that. But I am picking up where I left off, which I believe was The Ghost Next Door, which is like number 9. And then we're doing Haunted Mass right after that. But I've read the 30th anniversary book, and we're going to do it. I think my goal right now is going to be one every 2 weeks. So we're going to get 2 a month. Okay. I feel like that's a good amount of time for somebody to find the book, read the book, and then be like ready to participate. It was psychotic to do it like every 5 days or whatever. I don't know what I was thinking. But I just really want to get back into it. And then I was really enjoying it. And I forget where I was, and somebody was like, "Oh, it was one of those like character breakfast things for work." And I think it was Bella. It was like, "Read any good books lately?" And I was like, "Ah." I was like, "No." I was like, "I can't read." And I was like, "That's embarrassing." But yeah, so we're gonna do that. I even had like a little shirt, a little Goosebumps shirt, ready to go to wear and everything like that. So the Goosebumps are coming back. They're going to be on the Ampliverse. If you are not subscribed, they're in the chat right now. Click that, subscribe over there. There's all the drink channels. They've got the K-pop stuff going on over there. Have You Read the Group Chat is also a great podcast, a video series they're doing right now that always makes me laugh a lot. So there's a lot of fun content on there. So check that out, and hopefully my Goosebumps stuff will fit in over there. But yeah, I told myself that I was going to have the book, like I was taking a book with me on this trip to Massachusetts, and I'm finishing it while I'm there. So I'm taking that. The problem is I misplaced one of the books, and I think that's where I'm like afraid to find out I lost it. So I have the Haunted Mask, but I can't find the ghost one. But yeah, so I'm definitely doing that, and I'll keep everybody informed on here and tell you when it's published over there. But definitely doing that. So we will get back to that Goosebumps business. It's that time of year. I feel like we're getting into that time of year too. It's the perfect time of year for it. I don't think, yeah. Also, at the Ampliverse, if anybody has ideas for shows or YouTube series, written articles, Trey, right here, the Designing Women show. A rewatch podcast would be great. I would love to see something like that. We have a website where we're always open for people writing any sort of articles, movie reviews, show reviews, just your thoughts, a journal. Make it your new live journal. Recipes, things like that. David's joining us from Australia right now. Good morning. But yeah, really, Trey, maybe you should think about like doing something over there and you can be like the 80s guy. I mean, you're watching Dallas and Designing Women and God, what's the other one? You always make a reference to it. There's another show you're always like, oh, you watch the soaps. You watch the soaps, right? Not Young and the Restless, right? Or is it General Hospital? I can't remember. I think you watch one of them. Anyway, hey, someone's got cocktail recipes? We'd love to have those too. Poppin' Ryno's Peach, the Designing Woman Rewatch podcast. Oh, honey, this peach needs to be popped. Honestly, that drink wasn't that bad. I should have had like maraschino to it or something, I feel like. But yeah. I started listening to the Will and Grace rewatch podcast. It's like, I love Smartless, and I mean, I love Will and Grace. And it's one of those where I was like, I don't know. I hope it makes it all the way through. But I'm definitely like, I don't want to watch it. I want to like wait for it. But oh wait, Trey says Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful, One Life to Live. Hold on, I want to see if I can get them all. General, I don't know what GL is. I don't know what ATWT is. As the World Turns. Okay. What's GL? Hold on, I'll get this. Wait, Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful, One Life to Live. What the hell is GL? I'm not going to Google it, and I know someone in the chat's going to get it, but I'm watching Ghosts. I just finished season 1 of Ghosts, by the way. That came recommended in this chat at one point. Thank you to the recommendations for that, because I loved it, and I am starting season 2 tomorrow, but that show's great. I'm worried that I'm going to get to the end of that show, and it's like, it's going to be like a bummer. Like, I'm worried they're not going to renew it, because nothing seems to be like moving through the creative pipelines right now anyways. Guiding Light. Thank you, Constance. Trey got it. Good Lord. Trey, AMC. Well, I know GH is General Hospital. I don't know PC, SB, AMC. God, see, you really should be like, we should do like you should call it like the soap dish or something like that, and you just write like, maybe you just like write something or whatever. Passions was the one I was going to bring up, and you just said it. With the kid from the Grinch was in it. Who died? Timmy. Oh my God, espresso martini day drinking. That sounds like a migraine waiting to happen. I'm afraid of combining caffeine and liquor together. Here's the thing. I feel like more drinks need to include like Gatorade and Powerade, right? So that way you're like, well, I'm hydrating while dehydrating. Yellow Jackets is on my list. So Yellow Jackets, I think, is on Showtime. So my friend is on Minx, and that's on Stars now. So I'm like waiting because that's about to restart, so I can sign up for that, so I can watch the season of that and then cancel it because like nothing else is on that. Portrait. Oh, my children. Jeez, I can't believe I didn't get that. I watched The Bear season 2, which came out like last week or something like that. Man, that messed me. The Christmas episode of that messed me up. I'm gonna be 100% honest here. My mom's never gonna see this. No one in my family's ever gonna see this video. The Donna episode with Jamie Lee Curtis, and then she shows up in the end of the last episode too, is like, I think there's a moment in your life sometimes where you look back and you think like, yeah, it was all crazy. Some stuff was crazy. Some stuff was crazy. And then you're like, some stuff's crazy. I don't want to say not normal, but you're like, it's crazy when you see yourself. And again, I know what I look like. I know who I am. You know, I think about what it was like when I watched like Love, Simon, or what's the British one that we all love? That's coming back. Season 2 and 3. The two boys in the school. Heartstopper. Heartstopper, like, there's where you're like, when you see it, when you're like, this is exactly what it was like for me. It like creates this like emotional resonance within you. And that feeling of being like seen and knowing like you're not the only one who it was like this for. You know, like that's the whole thing, like representation matters and all that stuff, you know. And again, I know I'm a white male saying that, but like, it's crazy to me. The Donna character is just like the entire Christmas episode. I even told my friend while I was watching it, who watched it before me, I was like, I think I'm going to have to watch it in parts because the beginning is so emotionally exhausting, but I was like, this is literally my life. And then when the Donna part with the main chef, Carmy, in the kitchen with her, do we have a problem? Like, that, like, I sat and, like, basically just cried for, like, 30 minutes afterwards. Like, it's, like, crazy. Highly recommend that show. Although I feel like the beginning of season 2 didn't do it for me as much as, like, season 1, I, like, feel like consistently I was, like, really, like, on the edge of my seat. And then season 2, I was like, okay, this is fine. And then the last part of season 2 was, like, all 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So good. So good. Have I had a chance to check the Star Trek set north of Jacksonville? Not yet. It's just been so hot. I really don't want to do anything unless it involves a pool. So, but I do want to do it. That's definitely on my list of things to do. Like, I think I'm trying to wait. So, like, I'm doing the Disneyland half marathon and the Walt Disney World half marathon like a dummy, and they're a week apart. And the Disney World one is like, my birthday is like in the middle of the week this year, and then the Disney World half marathon is that weekend. So I have to be here for my birthday this year, I think. So unless I don't live here anymore, then I'll just fly back for that weekend, which would be even better. But so I am like waiting because my best friend usually comes and spends my birthday with me, and I think if she comes down, I want to go see the set with her because she watched every episode of the original series recently. But The Patient, I do want to watch that show. That's one that keeps slipping through my slipping through the cracks. I keep forgetting, but yeah. I watched. Oh my God! I watched Joyride first of all the other day. Must see. If you've seen the trailer for Joyride and you think the trailer for that is funny, the movie lives up to the trailer. So like it's one of those where like if you think the trailer's funny and you like what you see, you're gonna like the movie. If you don't, you're not gonna like it. That's as simple as it is. I thought it was really good. And then I watched Flamin' Hot Cheetos on Hulu the other night, or I think it's just called Flamin' Hot. That movie was also like pretty fantastic. Like there's a couple of it's like a pretty breezy, easygoing movie to watch, but there's like one or two emotional moments in there that caught me, and I was just like, I'm crying. And it was so good. So good. I highly recommend that. So if you have Hulu, watch Flamin' Hot. It was very, very good. I had no idea the story about this whole thing. And it was just very inspiring. And it was one of those where I was like, I'm going to watch this again. I'm going to make my mom watch it. Why am I turning around? I feel like there was something behind me I was going to tell you about too, but I don't remember. But yeah, I saw Asteroid City. Not for me. I saw Joyride. I loved Indiana Jones. I haven't watched Serial Mom yet, Trey. I even moved it because that's literally what I actually was like sitting down to watch. And I don't remember why I didn't put it in. Actually, I just moved it though. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. I moved that because I also have to catch up on Doctor Who before it restarts because I haven't seen any of the Jodie Whittaker seasons. And Tori, we were just talking about you actually in this chat. I haven't seen any of the Jodie Whittaker seasons, and I haven't seen the last season of the 12th Doctor. 12th Doctor? Yeah. So I was like, I need to catch up on that. I have Serial Mom right there. I'm just thinking, maybe I'll just bring that with me to Massachusetts so I can watch it there. And then, what did I see? I'm going to pull up my AMC. I really liked the Indiana Jones. I know a lot of people are like, meh. Let me see. I thought the new Indiana Jones was great, though. I loved it. I got tickets to Mission Impossible for tomorrow night. Asteroid City, 1 star. Joyride, fantastic. Definitely see it if you're into the preview. Indiana Jones, loved it. Elemental, a little too long, but it's good. The Blackening, that was pretty good. And Transformers, I hated. The Rise of the Beasts, I don't know. It just wasn't, I don't know. I liked the show when I was a kid, too, and everyone's like, well, did you watch the show? I'm like, yeah, I did. I just didn't like the movie, though. Oh, hey, Sam. Thanks for hopping in. I know I should go to Ohio. I want to go to more places I've never been, you know? Maybe places I've never been. I don't know the words to the song. Corey, I don't know if you're still in the chat. I just seen the message you just sent me. Sorry. Yes, 100%. I love that. Okay. So I'm gonna have to end this soon. Oh, Trey's watching us. Trey's got feet in his photo though. I'm adding that to my Instagram story. Sorry, I'm just making sure that people didn't ask me questions in here too. Nope. Okay, my friend's sending me weird stuff on here. You guys are great. Oh no. Somebody sent me a picture of their dog at their foot. Oh, D. Yeah, Indiana Jones. I'd be interested to see what you think of it. I loved it. My mom, I'm going to see it with my mom, too. It'll be like the 3rd time I've seen it, but I really enjoyed it. With the Fall on Prime. Yes, yes, yes. Good night, D. All right, gang. I actually do have to get up early, and I have like a million things to do tomorrow because I'm leaving after work on Tuesday. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. I should have just left Wednesday morning. I was trying to get as much family time in as I can. But I need to go walk my dogs now, and because I'm like, I've got like a haircut at like 10 a.m. Then we have a meeting at like 11, and then I'm like, I gotta film my videos for the week after that, and then I have the Mission Impossible tickets tomorrow night. I already packed today, so I took some stress off. Well, I packed my clothes. The rest of the stuff, I'm like, ugh. So hopefully it all weighs, it weighs appropriate. But You're all amazing. Thank you for this. I'm glad I did this. Because I almost was like, I was intending to do this Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, like, and I just kept putting it off. I don't know why. And so this was just really like a little like pick me up I needed. So you're all amazing. Thank you for that. Don't underestimate yourselves and the power of your positivity and what it brings to the world. So I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you. I don't know. Just thank you. Sometimes when it's drowning, it's nice to at least see the faces and people who are like reaching for you. So thank you for that. It means a lot, you know? So, like I said, so I'm doing this tonight. I can't do it tomorrow. I can't do it Tuesday. I don't think I'll do this while I'm in Massachusetts. I'm bringing my stuff just in case. Like I'll bring the cable for the camera. But I'm like pretty sure I'm not going to do this in Massachusetts. So I come back like Monday night. So I will promise to do it like, so if I don't see you before then, I'll do one by next Wednesday. Okay. So yeah, love you all. Trey, that's nice to say that. Yes. So I just, yeah, I don't know. I feel like next Wednesday's so far away. I don't know. Maybe it'll be like a quiet night some night in Massachusetts, and I'll pop in for a few minutes or something like that. So, because I have my camera, I have my microphone, and everything. I bring it just in case because I like to record my grandparents tell me stories and stuff. So, thank you all. You're all amazing. Love you. Tell people around you that you love them and stuff like that. You know, just spread it. Spread that love. You're great, and I'll see you soon. Thanks everybody for hopping in. Sorry it was the dead air time and the whatever and the downer part in the beginning, but thank you. Bye.